Most people think that hiding your true thoughts is just a harmless habit, but psychologists say the opposite. When someone constantly conceals what they're really thinking, it's not about politeness or shyness, it's a deep psychological strategy that shapes their entire identity. And the part no one tells you is this: if you do this more often than you admit, you might be building a mental cage without realizing it. Because the moment you silence your own mind, you stop knowing where the real you actually begins. This matters because hiding your thoughts doesn't stay small. It becomes a pattern that spreads quietly into every interaction you have. And the worst part is that almost nobody notices it happening. These signals are subtle: a half smile, a sentence cut short, an opinion swallowed at the last second. But the side that's truly unsettling is how these tiny behaviors start shaping your emotional world from the inside out. The brutal truth is that each time you suppress a thought, you reinforce the idea that your inner world is safer locked away than expressed. Some people do this through self-censoring. They filter every idea before it escapes their mouth. At first it feels like control. You avoid conflict, avoid awkwardness, avoid judgment. But psychologically, it creates internal pressure. The mind becomes a battlefield between impulse and inhibition. More self-aware people notice the tension and question it. Less aware people normalize the discomfort until it becomes their default, and that leads directly to something deeper. Others fall into adaptive masking. They adjust their personality depending on who's in front of them. It's not manipulation, it's survival. The impact is corrosive. The real identity becomes blurred, making authenticity feel dangerous. Sharper minds use this as a temporary tool. Unfocused minds turn it into a permanent shield, and that shield leads to the next pattern. There's also strategic silence. These people observe first, speak last. They analyze every detail, constructing complex internal maps of what's happening around them. Psychologically, this builds cognitive depth but emotional distance. More reflective minds turn that silence into clarity. Less reflective minds turn it into isolation. And from here, the habits get even harder to detect. Some rely on thought withdrawal, the automatic belief that their ideas are too much, too strange, or not worth hearing. The result is a shrinking sense of self. The intelligent respond by questioning that belief. The less aware reinforce it, and that reinforces the next habit. Another is emotional filtering. People hide their thoughts because they assume others will misinterpret them, so they strip away nuance, oversimplify, or say nothing at all. This creates chronic hypervigilance. High-clarity individuals convert that vigilance into discernment. Low-clarity individuals turn it into fear, and the fear loops back into silence. The truth is that these habits form a psychological pattern of self-erasure. It's not about intelligence, it's about what you do repeatedly. Every hidden thought becomes a signal to your brain that your inner world is unsafe. Over time, this disconnects you from your own emotional authenticity. Most people will ignore this and continue repressing themselves because change feels uncomfortable. Only a few will recognize the pattern and break it. If you want to truly understand psychology without filters, the mechanics behind why you think the way you do, then don't just watch. Stay here. The insights that actually transform you begin exactly at this point.